So instead of a body, there's something else very precious in this body bag. And it is art. Yay! There's 4,000 euros worth of drawings in this package. I had an exhibition in Amsterdam at an art fair, and I only sold 2 small drawings, so all the big drawings had to come back home. And yeah, most of the time you have to do that yourself, and I don't have a car, so I have to do this with public transport. I'm lucky that I make drawings. They are fairly easy to transport, they are light and you can roll them up. They are fragile, but like with every work of art you have to be careful, so that doesn't really make a difference. You always pack it in very well. As you see here, I really had to improvise, because yeah, I didn't use a drawing tube because I make collages and you can't really roll them up very tight. So I had to make something myself with cardboard and plastic. And it worked, so yeah, that's great. Like, yeah, I'm the kind of artist that doesn't really treat her work very carefully. Like, I just don't have any patience, and I like to do everything myself. Like with this, I could have arranged someone with a car to pick me up and assist me with these works. But yeah, I'd rather make it myself 10 times as hard as it can be, but doing it myself, than to ask someone to help me. And second, for me, art is about making. Like, for example, when I'm busy with making, I don't think about what will look the neatest in the end. Like, if the best and fastest way to hang up a drawing on the wall is to slam in a couple of nails, then that's the way to go for me. Or when I'm busy drawing and I need to move a finished drawing, I don't think about washing my hands before touching that drawing, so there will be fingerprints and stains all over my work. But yeah, for me it's all part of art. Like, the process of making is as important as the end result for me. Like, I don't like it when there's like a massive gap between the reality of working in my studio and the final product that is on view in a gallery or an exhibition. Like, I bring a part of my studio to the gallery, like a bit of my working progress is in the work. Like, only the finished result is for me only like a step in the process. I always stay working, like, oh, one drawing is like finished and then I go on to the next. It's not like, wow, I finished something and now this is very important. No, it's just the logical end result of making, and then it's making again. It's constantly making. And yeah, with that, like, you're not busy with thinking about how to hang it up very nice, very good looking. No, that's not important for me. Like, I don't buy an expensive glass frame or something. I don't even like that. Like, you have to see the paper and see what I've done, and you must be able to touch it, like stuff like that. Yeah. I really like this drawing, if I can say that about my own work. But yeah, it's just the power of it just being black and white. When that is on point, that black and white, if the contrast is good, then it's great. And I love black and white. If there is no necessity of color, like the simpleness of what drawing can be. So, but I almost sold that one, but I'm kind of happy that I still own it myself because it's my favorite work. Yeah, but it was really nice to have that on show at such a big art fair. So a lot of people have seen it. So that's also cool. Yeah. So I unpacked all the drawings, as you can see, and now it's time to give them a place in my studio. What you see here, this corner, is where I save all my drawings that are ready. I could just... one day it's gonna be a mountain, but maybe then it's time to buy a rack or something like that. But yeah. I first move these big ones, and then I'm gonna lay the other ones on top of them. Like these big ones are a bit of sketches. Like it was the first time when I was using color. Actually, I've always worked in black and white, and so with these new works, these were the first two where I've experimented with color and also with more abstract forms. So yeah, they can go underneath the other ones that are finished artworks. So I lay these white blank paper sheets between them. Not really necessary maybe, but it's easy if I wanna take a look at different drawings, and I can lift it up with the big white paper. And sometimes when I've used like soft pastels, they tend to still lose some powder and cause stains even after spraying them with the fixative. So for them I need the sheets too. Yeah. All the white little papers is from the double-sided tape that I used to make the collages with. And I'm always too lazy to clean them up, so there are all these white little squares laying around my studio floor. I think it looks kinda cool, so I don't mind. I'm so happy to have place for this, to lay my drawings flat on the floor. Like, I have such a big studio right now. Like before this, I had a really tiny studio, and all my drawings had to be rolled up. So, and that's not nice. I really want to lay them flat out. So I'm so happy. Yeah. My studio is in a anti-squat building. It's like a building that was used for something else before. Like my building was a primary school, but now it's rented out cheaply to prevent people from squatting it. So it's a company where they just rent it out very cheap. And but there is electricity and warm water and everything like that, so that's very cool. And I have internet, so it's ideal. It's the only thing is that you never know when you got to leave. Like it can be that they have found a buyer or someone that wants to use the ground, something like that, and then you have to move out in like a month, and you have to find something else in a short period of time. But I'm here now for almost a year, and I hope it will become longer because it's the best. I have a whole classroom for myself with a kitchenette, and I have my own toilet, and I brought a little electric stove so I can cook here. Like, I live in a small room, so most of the times I cook here, and yeah, I'm here in the evenings as well. So yeah, it's very nice that I have all this place here. So it's nice. It's nice to be here. That's important. If you have a nice studio, otherwise you won't come and you won't like to be here in the evenings and stuff like that. But sometimes I have to work in the evenings because I have a normal day job also. So you have to combine it. So yeah, that's why it's important to have a nice studio. I'm hanging up my favorite drawing again, and whoops, there goes a little drawing on MDF. I sometimes work on MDF too, but now I'm making these collages and I only use paper because you can cut it up, and yeah, there are just so much possibilities with paper, and I think drawing and paper are two things that are meant to be together, you know. It's also the nicest feel when you use ink, like the flow on paper. It's the best. Like on MDF, it's different, and you have to use some paint underneath it, otherwise it's too smooth and all these stuff like that, and paper is just good as it is. I love it. I love paper, yeah. But paper is also a difficult medium. Like, it's very vulnerable, and for me that doesn't mind, but for the buyer it can be an obstacle. Like, the person that was interested in this work to buy it, he was wondering how he would hang it in his house, because he also had small children, and yeah, he was worried that they would destroy it. So he was thinking about ways to hang it up that wouldn't be too expensive, because if you would make a frame with glass for this big drawing, it would be more expensive than the artwork itself. And I also said, like, I don't like glass in front of my work. Like, it's your choice, but I wouldn't do it. So yeah, it's vulnerable, and people don't know what to do with it if it's this big. Yeah, but I don't mind. If I like it, I will use it. Like, just hang it up like this. Like, I understand if you have children and it's more difficult, but when you're just an adult and you don't have children, then it's okay. Just hang paper on the wall, like paper, like with nails in it. Yeah, that will do. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Vulnerability is beautiful. So this is my work wall, and I always leave a couple of my latest works hanging there, so I can look at them when making new work. Like, I can see what I've done right and what I've done wrong. What do I need to do more? What do I need to do less? Where can I improve myself? Yeah, that's very important for me, that I have that constant reflection. Yeah, it's the way to move forward and see what you're actually doing. Like, when you make something and you don't look at it anymore, you don't know what you're doing, or at least I don't. So, oh, okay, that was the film. It has ended. So yeah, I stopped talking. So bye. See you in the next video, I guess. Bye.